Sit back and enjoy the sights and the sounds of spring training when you hear from Framber Valdez, Joe Espada, and Dana Brown from day one when pitchers and catchers reported to West Palm.
Yainer Diaz, this is Locked On Astros.
Hello and welcome to Locked On Astros, your daily Astros podcast. Here are your hosts, Eric the Man Heisman and Brett H-Town Wheelhouse Chansey.
Ahora como siempre lo hacemos.
The pressure's always been there, just being, dealing with arbitration and whatnot. But it's more of a mental game and just being prepared and just being the best that I can be and just getting ready and giving the best I can for free agency.
Would you listen if the Astros approached you about an extension, or are you set on do you want to test free agency?
¿Hablarías de alguna extensión si los Astros te hablan o estás ready para esa agencia libre?
Bueno, estoy ready para los dos. Siempre estoy ready para lo que venga. Siempre hay una respuesta para todo. Si ofrecen, si no ofrecen, si soy agente libre, si el equipo está interesado, eso llegará a su momento y hay respuesta para las dos ocasiones.
I'm ready for both occasions. It doesn't matter if I'm free agent or if the Astros approach me about a contract extension. I'm ready to do both. There's always an answer for both, so I'm ready to do whatever's best for me. I'm ready for both occasions.
How do you think you can improve this year, or can you improve, or just kind of what are your goals for 2025?
¿Tú crees que tú puedes mejorar algo, si hay algo para mejorar? ¿Crees que puedes mejorar algo para este año? ¿Cuáles son tus metas para este 2025?
Bueno, seguir trabajando mi sinker, mi curva, mi cambio, seguir trabajando en mi core como siempre, enfocarme, ser más consistente en cada juego y mantener mi mentalidad y el enfoque en cada salida con el equipo, no importa lo que pase. Creo que esa es mi mentalidad, ser competitivo.
My main goal is to be competitive this year, just be the best that I can be for the team, working on my sinker, my curveball, and my repertoire of pitches, and just trying to be consistent as much as I can so I can get a good outing as much as I can.
How much will Alex and his leadership be in this?
I'm sorry?
How much will Alex Bregman and his leadership be?
¿Cuánto vas a extrañar el liderazgo de Alex Bregman?
Y fue un buen muchacho y sí lo vamos a extrañar siempre.
He's gonna be missed. His time with the team here. He's always been a leader. He always gave tips not only to the hitters but also to the pitchers. So he's definitely be missed. We're gonna be teammates no matter where he's from. But yeah, he's gonna be missed.
I know it's early, but Yainer, the month he's grown from last year to this point last year to today. I'd like you see a difference in how he's able to control the staff.
Sé que es temprano, pero ¿has visto algo en Jainer, algún cambio en cómo controlar el staff del año pasado ahora?
Bueno, sí, lo veo ahí trabajando insistentemente en su bloqueo, en cómo manejarse allá atrás de la goma. Lo veo más enfocado, lo veo que con hambre de jugar, con hambre de que podamos tener un buen repertorio de picheo, un buen comando, y yo lo veo enfocado este año, más que el otro.
I see him working. I see him working a lot. I see him way more focused this year than last year. He's hungry. He's working behind the plate, blocking balls, and just managing the repertoire of pitches that we have. And but yeah, I see him way more hungry and way more focused.
Overall, what did you think of overall the changes to the roster this offseason, losing Tucker and Bregman, adding Bradis Walker? How do you feel like you guys are sort of set up?
¿Cómo te sientes con los cambios de esta temporada muerta con?
Hicimos un equipo, que es lo más importante.
So right now I haven't seen much, but we hope it's good. They're good ball players. That's as same as Bregman and Tucker. They're good players, so hoping they come in here and do the job. And we're a good team.
The Astros, whether during arbitration or since then, have they approached either you or your agent about an extension?
Durante el momento de arbitraje, los Astros se acercaron a ti o a tu gente para firmar una extensión. No.
Robert, just a thought on if Jose Altuve, if he plays some left field. Do you have any thoughts on that?
¿Tienes algún pensado en José Altuve jugando left field?
No, yo pienso que eso fue cosa diciendo, pero no creo que Altuve llegue a esa posición. Yo no creo, pero todo puede pasar en el béisbol, todo pasa, todo puede ser posible. pero yo no creo que él llegue a la posición de ser field. No, yo pichando.
I think there was I don't think that's gonna happen. I think that was just a lot of talk, but I don't think that's gonna happen. He can do it, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
You wouldn't get him any fly balls anyway.
No, en segunda base, o no.
Second base or nothing.
No, man, gracias.
This episode is brought to you by FanDuel. When the game tips off, the NBA action is getting started. There's no better place to get in on the FanDuel action with America's #1 sports book. With FanDuel, you can place live bets throughout the game. So even if you miss the opening tip-off, you won't miss the bet that you want when the fourth quarter comeback happens. You can stay in the action and you're looking for a bigger payout. You can even combine your live bets into a same-game parlay. Look, they have great features. They have late game rally picking. You can pick, and if a guy's going to hit a clutch three, whether I'm backing my team in for a victory in the fourth quarter or we're leading the entire way. Right now, new FanDuel customers can get $150 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. Just visit FanDuel.com to join today. That's FanDuel.com for your shot to win. To earn $150 in bonus bets when your first $5 bet wins. Make every moment more with FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA.
Did you get a chance to talk to Alex after last night?
No. Woke up to the news. So no, I have not had a chance to, text him nor call him nor none of that.
Is there you just had the team meeting? Is that?
No. I addressed the pitchers and catchers.
Oh, okay. I know it's obviously early. Is there a different feel with all the big names that are gone, and does it feel like a different team, or what? How's that?
You know what? The team is still not all here yet,
Yeah.
so we'll see when the rest of the guys will get here.
What's your reaction to him now with being a Red Sox?
Important for us just to know that I want to talk about the guys in camp. I want to talk about our team. We have a really good team. Despite us losing, these two great players, we have some really good players in camp. I'm excited about the young players, and I'm ready to get on the field and get to work.
What do you feel about your third baseman now? What do you feel about your new guy?
Really, really good. Really good. I feel really good about it.
What excites you about him?
He's a good player. He's a player that has done it in big markets. He's a player that we know that will play really well in our ballpark, and we are very excited to have him in the organization.
Do you have a schedule for Lance to get on the bump?
Well, he threw his bullpen yesterday. He looked really good. He threw like 25, 30 pitches. He threw all his pitches. So we'll see. We'll go from there. But he looked really good. I'm really excited where Lance is right now.
So full repertoire for Lance right now?
He threw all his pitches, and the shape of his pitches were pretty good. Velo, it's not quite there yet, but no rush.
The last few years has been the narrative. A lot of your pitchers have pitched deep into the postseason year after year. Do you think guys will be a little more rested, more fresh this year? Will that extra month off be a benefit?
Don't remind me of the extra month off, Brian.
It's been a while.
We're using that extra month off. Yes, we welcome the rest, but it's motivational for us. We did not like being off that extra month, to be honest with you.
I saw he's on the schedule for a bullpen. Is Bennett Sousa pain-free, like full go, ready to go?
He looks really good.
What about, where is Garcia?
Playing flat ground. I think he played catch today. I have not touched with Jeremiah yet, but so far looks good.
Is he moving slow? He was facing hitters in September of last year. Is he moving maybe slower than you guys envisioned coming into camp?
I think we're being cautious. The way I want to call it, cautious, and making sure that we do it right.
Is that because of feedback you're getting from him, or is that just a decision that you guys are making?
I think we just, as an organization, we just feel that's what's best for him and for the team. So we just want to make sure that we get it right and we get these guys, when they're ready to go, and we could keep them on the mound for the long haul.
Do you think McCullers could pitch in games down here?
Let's wait and see. I like what I saw yesterday, and I don't want to get ahead of myself.
Is the approach with Garcia at all influenced by just like some of the recent pitcher recoveries and maybe having some setbacks with some guys?
No, you know what? I think every individual is different. You know, pitchers react differently. Their bodies react differently to their injuries. So we just listening to him, listening to our doctors, and we're going to do what's best for him and the club.
Do you know when Altuve will get here?
Jose?
Yeah.
Altuve? Yeah, he'll be here in the next couple of days.
Joe, what are the discussions like with a guy like Hayden Wesneski, Forrest Whitley, like some of those guys? I mean, you go over the plan, like you're going to be working as a starter, bullpen, that sort of thing.
Yeah, Wesneski will take them out. He'll be competing for one of our rotation spots, and Forrest will be working out of the pen. They're both healthy. They're both excited for the opportunities that they're getting, and a bunch of other kids. I just remind them that you break camp with 13 of them, but it takes more than 13 to win a championship.
Yiner had a lot on his shoulders last year for the first time handling the staff. The importance of having a year and another spring training under his belt for him coming into here is how big?
Huge, and having Caratini to help him through that is also very important. I think he after getting that 1 year under his belt, he knows what's expected, especially the way the season started. You grow quicker, and I think he's in a better spot. He's got better understanding of what we're trying to do as on our pitching side. He understands our pitchers, a little bit more. Again, important having Yanier to lead our pitching staff.
Is there something in particular you want to see him grow on from last year when it comes to taking control out here early?
I think for a young catcher, always game calling, receiving, when to, small stuff like when to do a mound visit. Those are intangibles that you're always looking for the growth in your catcher. And I think last year he showed some of those moments where, okay, that is what we expect from you, but we're expecting another step forward.
Ideally, would you like to split them a little bit more to get Yanier off his feet a little bit more this year?
On both, on who?
Caratini.
Yes, good question. We have talked about that last year. I did run those guys out there, trying to keep, some of their offense in there a little bit more, moving guys through first base. I asked those guys to do a lot of that, so I will get Victor in there, and with the days that I play Victor, I will try to give Yanier a full off day, and having his bat off the bench available. But that's something that I need to be conscious of, just based on volume early in the season.
You just mentioned that intuition of knowing when to have a mound visit, kind of in-game stuff. That's some stuff that Bregman was pretty good at from third base, just kind of being that intuitive guy to run to the mound. We saw Correa do it in the past. How does that void need to be maybe filled by some guys on the infield now that Bregman's gone?
Well, Bregman is not here, so
yeah, right.
we don't know, right? So Correa's not here, so for me is, those guys they were leaders here, and they led, and we won because they were exceptional leaders, and leaders also develop other leaders, so I expect some of those guys will step up and take over that leadership role. Yanier Diaz is one of those. So the mound visit from the third baseman now becomes a visit from our shortstop, who's very capable of taking that leadership role. From our catchers, they do that. We have a first baseman that you guys are going to be very impressed when you see the intangibles that he brings to the table when it comes to his leadership. So I'm excited, guys. I'm very excited.
You just mentioned your shortstop. You've been vocal in the last couple of weeks about him. Is that something you've communicated to him, that you want him to assume that leadership role, or more of a leadership role, maybe?
He has all the intangibles. He's got the makeup, the character, the personality that you look for in a leader. But that needs to come from the person. You just don't pick someone in the room. You are the leader, you're going to be this, or no. It comes with time, being comfortable, and I think he possesses some of those qualities that Carlos and Breggy has. So yes, that's something that I will continue to help him grow in those areas.
Look, we feel very confident that Paredes is going to be really good at third base. He's going to provide a lot of power. He's going to hit somewhere in the middle of our lineup, so we're excited about that. But acquiring Paredes was, part of, what we would do to fill that position at third base.
How do you view Lance going forward? Like, you can count on him by a certain day. You don't count on him at all. Like, how do you kind of view this guy?
Yeah, I think with Lance, we'll know more as we see him throw here in camp. I know that he's been throwing some really good bullpens, and he's free of pain or any discomfort. So those are all positives. But we'll know more as we watch him throw more during spring training. I think that's going to be the telltale.
Would you like to see him throwing a game down here?
Yeah, if he gets to that point, but we're not going to rush it. We're just going to allow him to pitch and let him gradually build back up and see what it looks like.
Given all the injuries that you had with starters and things like that, and I guess when guys could be coming back, do you think you have enough depth in that starting rotation? Would you like to add more?
I mean, look, we have a strong 5, and then we have 4-man depth, that's going to be in AAA. I always tell you guys I'm in the market for pitching if something comes up, in terms of a trade or something. But, ultimately, I feel really good about our rotation right now. I think we have a really strong 5 that matches up well in our division that could get us deep into the postseason, and we have depth in AAA, so I feel good about it.
What's the timetable you said on Lance and Garcia, not for the start of the season, but maybe not long after?
Yeah, I don't have a timetable yet. I just think those guys need to come in camp. They need to get off the mound. If we can get them into some simulated games and things like that. But we'll know more. I just think it's too early to try to give a timetable.
Are you guys still looking to potentially add an outfielder?
Look, right now I think our outfield is really good. Of course we acquired Gamble, and so we're going to give him a shot. And then, it looks like Chaz is really swinging the bat well. He was, outstanding in batting practice yesterday. So, and we still have Myers, and so we feel like our outfield is strong right now. We feel pretty good about it.
Does that include Altuve in left field?
Look, we're not, committing to Altuve in left field yet. I think him taking fly balls out there, it's intriguing, but we're not committing to Altuve in left field yet. I think it's the fly balls that he's going to get is going to tell us a little bit more, but we're not committed to that yet.
Altuve was so vocal for the past 4 months to bring Bregman back. Do you feel like you have to sit down with him, or Jim has to sit down with him, or someone when he does report to just kind of talk about the efforts you guys went to get this done, and do you worry about kind of how he'll feel about this?
No, I think Altuve is a professional. He understands the business. Bregman was a free agent, and, sometimes these things don't get done. I think he totally understands it. I think he understands that we put forth a pretty good offer, and, so we have to, understand that part of it.
Did that offer change within the last 2 or 3 weeks?
Yeah, I won't get into our offers at all, but, ultimately we felt good about what we, our process and what we did. So, and I'll leave it at that.
Anything else, guys?
All right, fellas.
Thanks,